What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, I wanted to go over Assault Mode Meliodas and why I think he's going to be busted in the near future. So let's get into it. Alright, so I know a lot of you global players have been wondering also if you should be summoning for Assault Mode, as if you picked up the 1 Escanor already. As you guys know from JP PvP and the landscape there, the 1 Escanor kind of collapsed the Assault Melee team. But I wanted to go over in this video why Assault Mode Meliodas is actually, like, honestly, he's probably the best unit in the game. And once he gets the correct support, he definitely will be the definitive best unit in the game. I wanted to go over Assault Mode Meliodas' kit and explain how broken it can actually be in comparison to like the 1 Escanor, I guess you could say. Because that's the main unit people compare Assault Mode to, is like the 1 Escanor. The 1 Escanor gets like buffs and stuff from his passive, but the way Assault Mode does, it's a little different. So I'm going to be showing you guys in this video how it is. So we're going to go into the preview with Assault Mode, and then I'm going to explain the kit itself. Alright, so Assault Mode Meliodas is a green attribute unit, so he's going to be of the green typing. And you would think because he's green typing, he would probably be good against the 1 Escanor. And he actually does like a ton of damage on the 1 Escanor. It's just the only thing is, like, the moment the 1 Escanor gets that debuff immunity on the turn 3, Assault Mode can't really do a ton of damage unless he has the buffs himself. For his first skill here, he's going to inflict rupture damage equal to 250% of attack on all enemies, and rupture is ×2 damage against buffed enemies. So this is the card right here, the rupture card. So it's a pretty cool card there. It's AoE, and it hits a lot of times in the actual attack card itself. So it does a lot of damage. The only thing with that is that because it's a rupture card, it only actually does the double damage for the amount of time the opponent is buffed. So if they have like a Liz Shield per se, it's only going to do double damage on the Liz Shield itself, and the rest of the hits will only do like the regular rupture damage, right? So the next thing is Assault Mode Meliodas' passive here. If all allies are demons or those with commandments, when allies take damage, increase stats by 5% and decreases defense-related stats of all enemies by 15% for 2 turns. Limit to 5 times. Applies when entering battle. So Assault Mode Meliodas' passive actually works in a way where if people attack you, you get a 5% increase to your stats generally, and then you also get a defense related stat down on the enemy by 15% for 2 turns, in which can stack to 5 times. Or at 5 stacks with Assault Mode's defense related down, you are doing a 75% increased amount of damage to the defense related stat down, and you're also increasing your stats by 5% each stack. So at the end of this is actually increasing your stats by 25% for each stat right here. So his pierce rate gets up by 25, his crit chance, crit damage, life steal, all that stuff gets increased by 25%. So that's super busted right there. I can actually show this in like a regular like mode, but Assault Mode is just like, this passive can be very broken, and if Assault Mode Meliodas gets the correct support in the future, he's gonna be doing a ton amount of damage, right? So we'll just hop into like a boss battle per se. I'll just hop in solo with Assault Mode, and I'll show you guys how his passive works, right? But we'll just hop in. And yeah, his passive is like really good, like in the way it works. The only thing is that the enemy has to attack you to get the stacks. So if a unit in the future comes out that's a demon, that maybe counteracts that and makes it so that if they attack, you get like a if they don't attack, you get like a buff per se. That could be something that could help Assault Mode Meliodas in the future. But yeah, like, so they're gonna do damage to me, and they're gonna get the defense related down, and Assault Mode is gonna get the increase to his stats because of the buff right there. So as you can see, because they attacked us 3 times, Assault Mode Meliodas increases his stats by 15% and lowers the enemy's defense related stats by 45%. So if you go to my Assault Mode Meliodas here, he's going to be increasing his stats by about 15% for all stats, and you can see all these stats are increased. The 1 Escanor actually only increases his stats at a max on his 3rd turn to about 18%. Assault Mode can get higher and get to 25% increase to all stats, man. Like, he is just disgusting. But yeah, that's basically how his passive works. And then his second card here, the Dark Sword card, inflicts amplified damage equal to 450% of attack on 1 enemy, and amplify is damage dealt plus 30% per active buff on self. So this is the amplified card right here, and it's based on how many buffs Assault Mode has on himself. So if I attack into Guild Thunder here, we're going to be doing an extra 90% on top of the amount of damage the card does itself with the amount of stats I'm getting increased by from Assault Meliodas' passive. So if I drop this Damare, or the Dark Sword card, I'm going to drop it, and then you see how much damage it does. Yeah, it does 160k crit. Assault Mode does an insane amount of damage because of the amount of buffs he's getting, and the amount of defense related stats the enemy is getting lowered. So that's another thing to note right there. Alright, so Alioni is actually stacking up my passive here. We're almost at full stacks. So we are at full stacks here, but the Elizabeth Hawk doesn't have the most amount of defense related downs because of she came out afterwards, and they don't actually apply on the moment they enter battle. It's applied the moment they attack Assault Mode. So if I just like move cards here and I'll just rush ultimate, I'll get to show you guys the ultimate in the final part of his kit. But yeah, they're just gonna let me attack, or they're just gonna attack me there. Alright, so the final part of Assault Meliodas' kit is going to be his ultimate here. So his ultimate, Darkness Pressure, increases the hero's basic stats by 50% for 3 turns and inflicts 350% of attack on all enemies. This can scale up to 525% of attack at 6 out of 6. And the increase of basic stats actually stacks on top of the amount of passive stacks that Assault Meliodas is getting here. So as you can see, Assault Meliodas' stats here, he is gaining about 25% stats. If we can actually see here, so yep, so 25% stats. You can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's increasing all his stats by 25%. He is getting lowered 20% defense related stats. That's why this doesn't show that it's increasing. But as you can see from all his stats, he has like 50% lifesteal, 221% crit damage, 94% crit chance, 98% pierce rate. Like his stats become super busted when fully built out with his passive, and on top of his ultimate increasing his basic stats by 50%, so he's getting his attack, HP, and defense. So these 3 stats right here getting like buffed. You'll actually see that Assault Mode just wipes fields with this ultimate, and it does it regardless of how many dupes you have. Obviously having more dupes would be better. Assault Mode will do like an insane amount of damage here. At 2 out of 6 he does 385%. So I'm just gonna drop this ultimate here, and just so you guys can see how much it does. But yeah, I'll let the ultimate play out as well, and then we'll see how much this does to the enemies. And as you guys can see, it completely wipes the enemy field, doing 775k with a 600k lifesteal. So as you guys can see, Assault Meliodas is kind of an insane unit, man. Like the way his kit works and how broken he can be by himself. The only thing Assault Meliodas needs in the future is going to be demon support. So if he can get the support that he needs, specifically I would say like the support that he needs is a way for the enemies to force to attack him. If there is a way that like a unit can get the enemies to force attack and not move cards or something like that, that is going to be what makes Assault Meliodas a very broken unit in the future. A lot of people are saying like Chandler and Cusack could be the support that Assault Meliodas needs, and if they do drop Chandler and Cusack, they could give them like a type of like part in their kit. Or like if the enemy doesn't attack you per se, then Assault Meliodas and the rest of the team gets like a buff or something. Like it would be like the opposite of Assault Meliodas' passive. Because if they get something like that, that could be a way to increase the viability of Assault Meliodas. As he is, like, you know, at the moment on JP, he's not really that viable. He is very good, but he isn't anything insane at the moment. But if he does get the correct support in the future, he's definitely going to become the best unit in the game, I would say. Like, because of the way his passive works and how much damage he can start to do, he will definitely be the best unit in the game. Alright, so that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. And if you guys like this type of video style where I have like the gameplay and then GC database up at the same time, let me know in the comment section below if I'll do this in the future. I think it's like pretty cool if I do like an overview on a unit and then have GC database up so you guys can see what the actual kit is explained to you. I think this kind of helps. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day.